Hi, my name is Jeet Mathai. Today I'm going to show you how to hunt and detect Cobalt Strike in your environment using RSA's net witness. So let's get started. So in our scenario, we have a Cobalt Strike server and a Windows 10 test machine. The HTTP reverse shell listener is set up on the server. The payload is sent to the test machine. Payload gets executed via PowerShell. The HTTP beacon gets activated and connects back to the server. Now a command control is established between the client and server. Now moving on to RCS net witness, we'll try to track these events that I tried to explain earlier and see if RCS net witness is able to detect them. Now under the response tab in incidents, we can see a couple of incidents generated. And I can see a PowerShell script has been executed on this particular machine. That is our test machine. And here we can see PowerShell script has created a process called run-dll32, and again it's created a remote thread in run-dll32. So this could be an indication of process injection. Now since we have the specific test machine's name, we can go to the host tab and find out more. Now under the host tab we can see 3 alerts generated. You can see command shell runs run-dll32, and again PowerShell script has created a remote thread on this particular process. So like I said, there was a process injection. So these are suspicious events. Here again, events around run-dll32, and the PowerShell script has tried to connect to the network, which is pretty unusual. So run-dll32 has been the main target over here, and that is one indication of Cobalt Strike, because Cobalt Strike uses run-dll32 to carry out various activities on the victim machine. Next, we try to investigate further around our test VM. So I go to investigate, and under navigate, I can search for all the meta values around our test VM. Now we can see that attack tactics and techniques have been generated, as well as behavioral compromise and indicator of compromise. So these are definitely particular events of interest. And here are some events you've seen earlier. And when I click on this, I can see that there was a PowerShell script that is executed and try to connect back to this IP. And yeah, here's our test VM IP. So we can try to investigate further around this particular IP. Now we can go to navigate again and search for all the network related events around that IP. And again, we can see attack tactics and techniques. We can see command and control. So there have been 2 events. If I click on that, it takes me to the events tab, and you can see here that there was a GET request. And here we can see a PowerShell script along with some arguments. So this is our payload, our initial payload. Alright. Now back to the navigate page, we can see other events as well. Under source.analysis, we can see events that show suspicious activities like HTTP response status ends with space. Now this is a particular indicator of Cobalt Strike. we go down further, here we can see two alerts that are associated with Cobalt Strike. So let's click on this to get more details. Right, you can see that there are a number of events associated with this particular alert. Now this particular alert is basically an app rule that detects Cobalt Strike C2 malleable profile's default HTTP GET request. So basically C2 malleable profile is used in Cobalt Strike to customize the network traffic according to their needs. So you can configure the way the particular Cobalt Strike's beacon works in the network, and it's used by attackers to evade detection and basically blend in with the traffic so it's not easily detectable. Alright, so we can move on to the first event here, and there is a GET request to this particular URL along with some suspicious cookie. The request is to the C2 server, and there's a response without any data. Again, there's another GET request to this particular URL along with some other suspicious cookie value, and the request is to the same C2 server, and the response without any data. Again, here we can see there's another GET request to this URL which you've seen earlier, and we can see that these events are getting repeated. So we notice a pattern between these HTTP GET requests, and there's a time difference of a few seconds. So we can conclude that this is our HTTP beacon activity. Now let's move on to other alerts generated for Cobalt Strike. Here we can see that this particular alert has generated one single event, and it's a post request to a submit.php URL. Now this is an indication of Cobalt Strike because we've seen this particular URL being used in the past, and it's been well documented as well. And here is our host IP, which is our C2 server, Cobalt Strike, and here's some encrypted data that has been sent in the request, and the response without any data. So as you can see, RSA's net witness is more than capable of detecting Cobalt Strike's activities using its network as well as its endpoint data. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe for more videos, and thank you for watching.